Girls are awesome. We're just really proud of them. We think that they've done a tremendous job this year.
Their passion, my passion for them, I've watched it all, I love it. I love my city. I love my team.
I've been loud and proud ever since, and that's why we're here, to support our team.
Only one better job than my job. Know what that is? That's your job. I wish I was playing. This is a good game tonight. You guys get to play the game that you guys love, play the game that you guys grew up playing. Do it tonight for 48 minutes. Do it together. Play hard, play together, have some fun tonight.
Of the NBA Finals coming to you from Miami, which is where we bring you the latest special NBA Finals edition of Thunder Insider presented by Integris Health. I'm Kelly Crawl alongside Thunder play-by-play announcer Brian Davis and 15-year NBA veteran and Thunder analyst Grant Long. And gentlemen, we've seen some incredible basketball as this series has shifted to Miami. Your thoughts on the last few games?
Well, games 3 and 4. Game 3, a 10-point lead for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Game 4, a 17-point lead. I'm still waiting on this collective group to put it all together for a 48-minute session, and I'm sure Scott Brooks is also waiting for that as well.
Guys, coaching strategy and military strategy, there's a lot of similarities between the two, and when you get into a playoff series like this, it's about a war of attrition. It's about oftentimes taking away more of your opponent's weapons than he can take from you. Right now, the Thunder finds itself outflanked, but there is a call for reinforcements. We'll see whether they arrive in time.
Well, it's really been just a couple plays, a few stretches in the final minutes of the ball game that have been the difference in these last two games, and we're going to show you just how close the last few contests have been between the Thunder and the Heat as we give you the highlights from games 3 and 4.
Game 3 about set to get underway. The first of 3 in a row at the American Airlines Arena in this unique 2-3-2 format. Surges up top behind the Collison. Big Bosch on him on the switch. Wing right to that. Slicing baseline. A step. He throws down. A thunderous right-hand assault over James. And the Thunder pull within 2 at 18-16. 5 to shoot. Cross court's corner left. Sefolosha. Touch pass low. Collison spinning wide open for the dunk. It came with 2 on the shot clock. Perkins clears up the left side. Harden running. Looking to the middle, floats it on the run. It'll count if it goes, and it does, as he was squeezed going up by Miller, who commits his third. Durant wants it, has it straight away against James, isolated. Jab steps and holds, 8 to shoot. Kevin behind a Perkins pick, lofts a 3 that's on the way. Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball. He rips the cords from 23. Russell on the handle, 25 feet away. To the right wing, arcs a 3 of his own. Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball. 2.3 left. Thunder within 1. Cabo holds his ground. The fadeaway 13-footer not there. Ibaka the rebound. 3-on-2 up the middle. Westbrook on the handle. Lobs to the rim. He buys. Sefolosha grabs it and Thunder's down. The two-hand slam dunk on the alley-oop dish. Thunder on top. Westbrook left wing double. Dribbles to the foul line. Pass fakes down the lane. Darts. Oh, the okey-doke. And Westbrook spins in the right hand lane. A beauty. Harden behind a Perkins pick. Wing right Fisher. Casts a 3 that looks good. It is. And he's fouled. A 4-point opportunity coming. Chalmers hacks him in the act. Wade, cross court right to James. Burrowing right. Corner right, Battier catching a 3. Blocked by Harden. But a foul coming against James Harden as Battier falls down. Kicks in the corner. James wide open for 3 in the lead. It's good, and Miami's on top. 69-67. A defensive breakdown by Oklahoma City. 5-point game. 2:07 left. Still very doable. Wade in the backcourt, pestered by Sefolosha, who knocked it away. Wade got it back, goes behind the back, crossing the time. No, he didn't! Sefolosha picked his pocket. Thabo out in front, throws it down! Thabo makes it a 3-point game at 86-83 with 1:56 left. Up the middle, Westbrook. On the outlet, Stutterstep pulls up, pops, the angle right 16-foot jumper, drops! 1-point game, 86-85 with 1:30 left. Sefolosha looking. Throws it away. Westbrook cut right, and the pass came 5 feet away from him. Wade steals it, and that will likely do it.
That was a very intense playoff game. I thought we did some good things. Corrected some things going into this game. I thought we gave ourselves a chance to win. That's what you want to do on the road. The game was basically anybody's ball game that fourth quarter.
Tough loss. This is not over. It's not over. You got to be ready for the next game.
Westbrook blasting right to left down the lane. Scoops and scores beautifully. A left-hand floater. Perkins clears up the left side to Westbrook. Russell, 9:50 left, stops and pops. The angle left 18-foot jumper drops, and the Thunder lead 7-2. Played by Chalmers in transition. Now Wade on it. Russell from the corner, jacks a 21-foot jumper that he rattles down. The Thunder are smoldering hot right now. Left of the paint, Wade wiggles baseline. Dunk, blocked by Collison. Harden the loose ball off the right side, Westbrook to the middle on James. Leaves for Durant for the two-hand throwdown. Beautifully done in transition. Brilliant opening quarter in game 4. He hands to Wade. Go arch the 3-angle left for the tie. It's good. 35 apiece. Layup inside, blocked by Ibaka. Big time swat. Westbrook the loose ball, 4-on-3. Wing right, Harden sets his feet, squares his shoulders, and rips the cords for 3. Drives by Battier, pass fakes, gives to Westbrook. 3 to shoot. Russell frees on the baseline, arcs an 18-foot jumper that he rains and drains. Russell Westbrook continues to knock down shots.
Good job. That's what we are. We're an aggressive, physical, relentless, fearless basketball team.
Burrowing baseline, a step, lays it up on Bosch, missed, but Westbrook towers and thunders down, a two-hand follow. An angle left 20-footer, in and out, no good. Haslam tips the rebound in the corner to Chalmers. His 3-ball is good. Miami winning the hustle plays. They're out rebounding the Thunder by 4. But the Thunder need to find a way to close down this Miami attack. Westbrook wide right, to Collison up top, back to Westbrook. Slithering left, a step, double pump, scoops and scores, and he's hacked in the act. Russell Westbrook's doing it all tonight, Grant. To James between the rings with 5, played by Cephalosha. To the bounce with 3. Arcs a 3, angle right, that's on the way and good. LeBron James gives the Heat a 97-94 lead. They've got a commanding 3-1 lead in the 2012 NBA Finals over the Thunder, winning Game 4, 104-98 over Oklahoma City. They are a win away from their second NBA championships.
The thing that stands out to me about how Miami's victories have all played out, guys, is that in each of them, the Heat has been able to get its feet set, gain some traction, and get back into ball games with their three-point shooting. They have made it very, very difficult the way they space the floor for the Thunder's defenders to rotate, get back out, and contest effectively. The other thing, going back to that whole military strategy thing, is that Miami, both teams actually, have taken away the other team's fast break attacks, at least in significant stretches. Where Miami has made it difficult, they've forced the Thunder to execute in the half court, and the Thunder has found it, quite frankly, very difficult to do consistently.
Here's my take on that. The Thunder, 2 double-digit leads in 2 games, and they've quite frankly run into a team, the Miami Heat, that is almost like they are. They never give up. They play a complete 48-minute game, whether they're down double digits or single digits. They're going to keep fighting and try to get back into the ball game, and that's what we've seen in games 3 and 4. The fact is, they are evenly matched in some respects, but the guys on the Oklahoma City side, I remember Kendrick Perkins saying he's still waiting on their best effort to come forth. They have not seen that yet, and they want to be able to see how they match up when they're able to put their best effort forward and see what happens at the end of that game.
One of the positives I think you can take away, the start much better and the pace overall quicker, which is something Coach Brooks had asked of his guys in Game 4. Now I pose the question with Game 5. This series is not over. Oklahoma City still has a chance, trailing 3-1, to win just one ball game down here in Miami and send this one home. But what do they have to do to make that happen?
Well, you mentioned the good start, Kelly, and I can tell you right now, it's easier to play from behind than it is to control a game from the very beginning and follow it all the way through, because you have a team basically chasing you for 48 minutes, and you have to do a very good job of keeping them at bay. So if you're the team that's following up from behind, it makes your job a little bit easier. You play with a sense of desperation as opposed to trying to play out front. Now, what the Thunder have to do at this point is continue a high level of execution. They've shown that they can get off to great starts and get the shots that they want, but they have to sustain that over a 48-minute period. And defensively, they have to provide a lot of energy there. And you mentioned the lack of fast break points, Brian. You have to get fast break points in a final situation because they are so hard to come by, and you have to capitalize when you have those opportunities.
And Grant Kelly, you can't lose your swagger. You cannot let 3 straight losses erode your confidence to the point where you can't come into the building and compete effectively in Game 5. And that's really a big part of the bottom line. You've got to maintain a certain amount of belief in yourself, and you've got to come back. And the thing for me is that each of the Miami victories has been decided by a play here, a play there. The margin is this thick. If as long as you maintain that belief in yourself, you can close that gap and get out of here and force this thing back to Oklahoma City.
And it may sound cliche, but Kendrick Perkins was the first one to say it after Game 4. It's win or go home for our team now. Game 5 on the way, and of course, Matt Pinto will be joining Grant Long and I in the next segment.
You know, this group of guys, never give up. regardless of what happens. We've been through many different situations throughout this playoffs, and just another task for us.
Me and my teammates are real big fans of the people of Oklahoma City. The fans give a lot of support throughout the year. I think it's very important for us to give back to the community and help others. Giving back has helped me grow as a person in a lot of ways. When you have the opportunity to give something back and be able to do it and not expect anything back, and that's a great feeling to have.
It's Kevin Durant. You're watching Thunder Insider.
The Thunder and the Heat preparing for Game 5. Of course, Oklahoma City trailing by 2 games. A big, tall task in front of them. Gentlemen, joining me now, the radio voice of Thunder basketball, Matt Pinto. One thing we did see from the Thunder in Game 4, a much better start. How did they come out and replicate that again in Game 5? Matt?
Well, it was blowtorch furnace fire from the outset. They really came with a high level of intensity. They played at an accelerated pace, really took the fight to Miami. That dissolved as the game wore on, Grant, but I think they've got to find a way to sustain that. They have the capability of doing exactly what they did in the fourth quarter through the entire 4 quarters in my mind.
Well, I think they have it for sure. They've got to get some more help. Obviously, I think James Harden has to get more involved in the ball game. But a quick start is what Scott Brooks ordered, and he asked for it, and he got it. So you have to be able to sustain that for 48 minutes. And the way that you do that is you have to get one of 3 things on each possession. When you get out to a double-digit lead, it's very important on each possession thereafter to get a good shot, a foul, or a basket on each of your following possessions. If you don't get that, then you're going to play right into the opponent's hands, and you're going to give them an opportunity to climb back in the game.
Well, certainly I thought setting the tempo for the Thunder in Game 4 was Russell Westbrook. A dazzling performance from him, scoring 17 of his 34 points in the fourth quarter, really putting the team on his back as best he could. It just wasn't quite enough, and that's, too bad considering just the performance we got to see out of him.
Well, he became Russell Buckets is what he became. 17 fourth quarter points, 43 on the night. He was in relentless attack mode the entire game, and Grant, I thought he got stronger as the game wore on, getting to the rim with frequency, getting to the rim regardless of how Miami deployed defensively. It was a game for the ages from him individually, and it is unfortunate it was in a losing cause.
I tell you what, if you can write your signature throughout the game, he put his signature on it from the very beginning to the very end, and this is a guy that we've come to know that he can attack the basket with reckless abandonment and can score. The fact is he scored 40-odd points, and the fact is he only got to the free throw line 3 times, and that's almost a miracle in itself. But he was so accurate from the field. A lot of the things that he did in Game 3, he did in Game 4. He was just able to connect with the basket. He had the mid-range jump shot going. He was also able to attack the basket and finish there.
His leadership by example is going to benefit this team on this stage, on the road. The way that he was able to inspire the guys around him with his individual effort, I think bodes extremely well moving forward.
So the Thunder now needs to regroup after Games 3 and 4 and moving towards Game 5. What is it that they can take away and apply, whether it be experience or just certain points of emphasis from the last few games in order to get a win in Game 5?
Not a whole lot of tactical things that I think you talk about at this point. Derek Fisher said this in the last series. You have to want it. You have to have the will right now more so than your opponent. And I think that's what it boils down to. The guy that's in front of you, you have to take it upon yourself to say, I am going to defend him. I'm going to compete for space on the floor. I'm going to compete with this team and this individual. And let's see what happens. But first, the guys have to do that before they do anything.
Play hard, play smart. That's the bottom line. And at pivotal moments in Game 5, the Thunder have got to make a play. They've got to grab that 50-50 ball. They've got to turn from defense to offense and continue to apply the pressure to Miami. Put the Heat under duress late in the game, trying to battle back from behind. I think that is the edict for the Thunder. Executing it's going to be a different story. It's going to be difficult because Miami's playing in a closeout championship scenario, but I think this team has the wherewithal to make that happen.
And one thing we know, guys, having covered this team all season long, even with their backs against the wall, they will not be giving up.
One of the things I know, I can guarantee this, is that we have fight in us. That's what we do. We play every game.
Well, this is a big time stage of basketball. We all enjoy this moment, and we didn't get here just to make it here and say we did. We made it to the finals. We want to come in here and we want to try to get a title. So it's all about keeping competing until that last buzzer sounds, and that's what we're going to do. That's the type of city we play for, a city that never gives up, and that's the type of team we are. So we're going to keep fighting.
Obviously, we're down 3-1, but I don't think the mindset it changes dramatically. I think the goal is still to win the basketball game. You can't try and do more than that. You can't try and win the series in one game.
Well, one thing about us is that we always bounce back from, just being down. So, it's not the first time that our back has been against the wall in a series. So, just a good test for us. And, we don't feel like we're too young, and we don't feel like we're out of the series either. So, we still got another shot at it.
This group of guys, never give up, regardless of what happens. We've been through many different situations throughout this playoffs, and just another task for us. We just got to be ready to play for the next game.
We're family. We have that confidence in each other. When shots aren't falling, we're still going to be behind each other. We got here together, and that's why we're here. So guys are with each other 100%.
We have a challenge ahead of us. We understand that. We're playing a great basketball team and some of the best players in the game, and we're going to compete for 48 minutes. We're going to compete for 48 minutes one more night. Hopefully we can come back with a win and take one more game to Oklahoma City.
We drove 25 hours straight, rotated 4 of us, so split it up in quarters. We're going to go to all 3 games.
Jump pass loaded to Red. Up quick with the right hand, slam dunk.
Gear up for Thunder Basketball at NBAThundershop.com. Declare your loyalty for Thunder Basketball at NBAThundershop.com.
I think service in the community means a lot to our organization. The fans do so much for us and supporting us. The least we can do is let them know that we're here and, we care for them. Just because, we play in the NBA doesn't mean we should change as people. We have an opportunity to tell them that we care and show them that we care. I think that means a lot. So I want to continue to just, try to get back and try to be the best person I can be.
I'm Thabo Sefolosha. You're watching Thunder Insider.
The crowd support for the Thunder has been unbelievable all season long, both home and away. No destination seems to be too far for the Thunder faithful, not even the 1,500 miles that separate OKC from Miami. Just ask this group who spent over 24 hours on the road to get down here to South Beach.
Let's go, Thunder!
Man, we drove 25 hours straight, rotated 4 of us, so split it up in quarters.
Drive wasn't that bad. It's actually the most I've slept in the car ever.
Made it here about yesterday at 4, and we're gonna go to all 3 games.
Man, I would have drove way further, maybe 20 more hours if I had to.
Well, we got a total of 7 of us out here. 4 of us drove, 3 of them flew.
I actually flew down with my husband. We flew down on Saturday morning, and we came down. He's a season ticket holder.
My throat's gonna hurt real bad tomorrow, real bad. I yell top of my lungs every game. I've been season tickets when we started 3-29. This is going to be awesome.
Finals are awesome. We're just really proud of them. We think that they've done a tremendous job this year.
This is where it's at, and it's an awesome feeling, and I can't even explain it really. It's kind of like a dream come true. I've always loved sports, and especially basketball, and we got the Thunder, and I've been loud and proud ever since, and that's why we're here, to support our team.
Born and raised in Oklahoma City. Half a mile from the arena, St. Anthony's Hospital. I love it. Can't be any better. Their passion, my passion for them, I've watched it all, I love it. I love my city. I love my team.
No, left leg goes in front, left leg goes in front. It's a lot of hard work, but it's one of those things that they work so hard, but they love what they do.
Welcome back to Thunder Insider.
While the team is here in Miami, the sports animal's Mike Steely is back in Oklahoma City, hard at work along with the Thunder Girls. Mike Steely gives us a preview of how Thunder Girl hopefuls are preparing for next season's auditions.
Practice makes perfect on the court for the Thunder basketball team, but also for the Thunder Girls. And we're here at the Thunder Girls prep class, where potential new Thunder Girls learn what it takes to make the squad.
The prep class classes are to work on their dance skills, and I let them know what technique they need to have for auditions, what they need to work on, you know, what to really focus on to shine at auditions. No, left leg goes in front, left leg goes in front. It's a lot of hard work, but it's one of those things that they work so hard, but they love what they do. I mean, even though they're sweating, even though they're giving up time, and they're here late at night after their regular jobs, and we're here till 10 o'clock, or we're here on the weekends, or we're doing this, that, and the other, it's fun, and they love to dance. And when you get to do what you love, especially as a professional or in front of a crowd, it's all the hard work pays off.
7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8.
Well, I mean, it's not that unusual. We've been dancing our whole lives, so giving corrections and giving tips kind of just comes naturally, and we're really excited.
3-step turn, in, out, circle, kickball, change. There you go, much better.
We're pretty much going 24/7, so it's definitely tough, and you have to be able to manage your time well.
Thanks for joining us here on this special NBA Finals edition of Thunder Insider presented by Integris Health. We'll, of course, see you again next week with plenty more on Thunder basketball.